In this video, we're going to be talking about harvesting. So harvesting entails taking grafts, taking hairs from your own scalp and of course later on moving them elsewhere. So normally we do that to the back of our heads here, and in the back here is what we call the donor area, and that's where we normally harvest the grafts from. In order for us to do that, it normally means shaving the head, so we could take it right back down to a zero, putting an anaesthetic obviously so you can't feel anything, and then we normally use a device that we call a punch, which is how we obtain the grafts. Okay, so you normally lay down on a bed, it's a device that the doctor holds, I would hold, and it basically just punches the scalp, hair normally pops up, and then we just manually extract it with some forceps, and that's essentially what harvesting is. But there's some key things to harvesting that I guess that might be worth mentioning at this point. One is the type of punch that is used. So you have different size punches. You can get 1 mil, you can get 0.9, 0.8, so that can sometimes play a part. The larger the punch, sometimes the easier it is to get the graft, but having said that, the larger the sort of lump of scalp that is punched. So it's more advisable, more advantageous to do slightly smaller punches, so a 0.8 or 0.9. Another key thing is to ensure that you don't ever over harvest. Okay, so what that means is if you just imagine that there are 5 hairs all next to each other, what you want to do is perhaps to take that hair, okay, so take that graft there, so that one gets removed and gets transplanted elsewhere, as does that one. And we're leaving that one, and we're leaving that one, and we're leaving that one. So these 2 hairs or grafts will be transplanted, removed, and once they're gone for good, but you've moved them elsewhere to an area where you want them. We've left that one, and we've left that one, and we've left that one. So these 3 hairs will continue to grow as normal and will cover the area nicely, so that in a few weeks after you transplant, no one should ever know that a transplant has taken place, because your donor area is looking pretty much as it was before, and you can't see anything. So that's the key thing really, is that you're not over harvesting. So that's 2 out of 5, that's 40%, and that's reasonable. So you can take 40% of your donor area and you shouldn't really be able to see that anything's been done. The only time you can see if something's done is if you are very keen to have a 0 or a 1 and someone gets up quite close, then you may see some small little marks where harvesting has taken place. But if you have a 2 or a 3, anything around that, then you shouldn't ever be able to tell that anything's been done. Even at a 0 or a 1, you can only really tell if someone gets up close, maybe sort of gets up really close to the scalp. But that's the same in any clinic in the world. So key things for when it comes to harvesting is not to over harvest and not to take too many grafts. So it's all about a matter of taking whatever is needed, and secondly using an appropriate punch in order to get the best sort of results for the donor area in the longer term.